The Monsters Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence, profanity, and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Monsters Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week RPG podcast, where the real world crashes into the paranormal over and over and over again, and where no monster can hurt you as much as you hurt yourself. This week on the cover story, we're still in Duluth. The artist Tank is in custody, but the danger isn't past. The vampiric blood mage Lysander Sideris is still out there, possibly exerting his dark influence from beyond the grave. But what is he after, and who will he go after next?
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Jonny, and I play literally everybody else. Let's see how they do.
We left off, we were at the hospital.
You were sitting at the hospital. If you guys have somewhere you want to go.
Maybe to bed?
Yeah, he said tomorrow the real work starts. So we can maybe get some shut-eye. Where are we staying? We have a hotel?
Yes, the Daily Tuba booked you a room at the Radisson with the rotating restaurant on the roof.
Ooh, fancy.
Wow. Does Theo stay with Yanu, or do I get to stay at a hotel?
That's a question for you.
Got a place to stay?
Yeah. I think that Theo might book one of the nicer hotels because the family does that.
How rich is Theo?
I think they're well off. Rich.
What would you?
Off is what rich people say.
Would you use the family's money?
I think only for work stuff. I have a company card.
Family company card. Yes.
Theo, you go to stay at the downtown Duluth Inn. From what I can see, it is $1,000 a night.
Before we head to the hotels, do you have a number?
A phone number?
Yeah, so I can text you.
Yeah. Swap phone numbers.
Okay, get your phone number.
I think what I'll do is I'll just, I think she might offer it to me, and then I'd be like, I can just telekinetically talk to you.
Telekinetically?
Telepathically?
It's been a long night. Let's just go.
That's fine. Where do you want to meet in the morning? Do you want to come over to the hotel that I'm staying at, and you can have breakfast there?
Sure. Where are you staying?
I'm staying at the downtown Duluth Inn. Just down by the water.
Sounds bougie.
I mean, it's on the company card.
What company?
I would never stay there.
Company?
Yeah.
What do you work for?
The family.
The Nessos family?
Yeah.
At this point, I think
about it.
Yano might go, Theo.
Yeah, you guys are here for business, so you guys, I'm sure, have a company card with the Daily Tuba.
They have a daily spending limit.
We have a expense report.
Yeah, I do too. But just meet me at my hotel tomorrow morning, and we'll have breakfast and talk about what we want to do next.
Sounds good.
You have fun in your expensive hotel.
I'm going to sleep.
I would enjoy it if I were there. Okay. See you in the morning.
Yano, do you want to join us for breakfast?
I will meet with you, but Yano will prepare his own breakfast.
I'll have coffee ready for you.
What kind of coffee?
I assume you like it black?
Yano will have your coffee. So in the morning, you're going to go meet at Theo's hotel?
When we get to the hotel, I'm going to go into the bathroom and splash water in my face and look in the mirror again and see if I get that vision again.
Do we have adjoining rooms, by the way?
I think you would have to for HR reasons.
I'm just meaning would I be able to hear if something's going on because I'd be next door or something? Before we do anything, Destiny's plaything, we forgot to do that last time.
Oh, did we? Why don't you roll that?
I know I rolled for it. We just forgot to give me
What did you roll?
I rolled a 12. I actually wrote it down. I rolled a 12 for Destiny's Plaything and 12 for Woman with the Plan. But I'm pretty sure I used both of my holds already.
I think you did use your holds.
You just give a piece of information.
I have to give you a useful detail about the coming mystery.
As I'm sleeping, it just comes to me.
Well, a couple of things are going to come to you, actually.
Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, great.
Kira.
Yeah.
You're going to have a series of dreams.
Okay.
The most cogent of them is you're back in that cave, and you're sort of shifting from shadow to shadow, and a very haughty, refined voice. You are in my home, girl. Do you know what I can do here? And then the lights go out, and then I think out of blood and shadow a body forms. Anything I want.
Okay.
The useful thing about the coming mystery is that the voice speaks in two voices. One very refined and clearly male, and the other female and kind of like on the edge of African American vernacular English accent.
Interesting. Okay.
Mark, you have a dream where you wake up in the room. It's the hotel you're staying in. You don't turn on the lights, but you go to your closet and get all your clothes and lay them all out. But they're not your clothes. They're like a really old-styled ruffle shirt and some pantaloons that have to be buttoned up on both sides with suspenders, and then a really elegant, tight-fitting waistcoat, and then a long, flowing velvet jacket. And when you finally turn on the light and look in the mirror, the reflection looking back at you is Lysander Sideris. And it scares you so much that you wake up. Theo, you wake up and your room is freezing cold. All the windows are open. You sort of go into the bathroom to get ready for the day, and when you turn on the lights, scrawled in red on the mirror, it just says, "He couldn't stop me, and neither can you, little centaur."
Theo's gonna call Yanu.
It goes straight to his voicemail that just says, "Is Yano, speak to me."
Hey Yanu, it's Theo. Woke up with blood red writing on my mirror and all my windows open. I'm okay. Just wanting to make sure that you're fine. I'll have coffee ready for you. Bye. Hangs up. I think she'll text Kira. Hey, are you okay?
Open up the text.
And then you get another text. This is Theo, by the way.
Yeah. Who are you? I'll text back. Yeah. Weird dreams, though.
Theo's gonna take a picture of the mirror and send it to you.
Fuck.
Nope.
Oh, it doesn't appear?
Theo texts you a picture of herself in the mirror.
Nice selfie. I didn't know mirror selfies are still in.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call you. Hey, I didn't have any weird dreams, but I did wake up with all my windows open, and there's writing on my mirror, and it just says, "He couldn't stop me, and neither can you." What weird dreams did you have? Is Mark okay?
I'm walking over right now. Hang on. Boom, 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 boom.
I tried calling Yanu, and he didn't answer, but I mean that's not too unusual.
I've just got done throwing water in my face and just kind of standing over or looking in the mirror what the fuck is going on after waking up to that. I go and answer the door. I'm wiping my face off and everything. What?
He's alive.
That's good.
Do you have any weird dreams?
Yeah. And then immediately I just send you the visual of
God, use your words.
It's so much easier to just send you a photo of it.
Oh. Yeah, Mark had a weird dream too, Theo.
I'm Lysander Sideris, apparently.
The guy from the paintings?
I think so.
And
pantaloons, waistcoat, velvet jacket.
And what was it that your message said? He couldn't stop me, and neither can you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what that means?
I can only assume that it's Lysander, and he's referring to my great relative who killed him.
What was your relative's name?
I don't think that's relevant right now, because clearly he's still alive. And
we're investigating. We need to know what's happening. You can tell me what it is, and then we'll decide if it's relevant or not.
just a distant relative of a very, like, hundreds of years ago. He was sent to deal with Lysander because he was dealing with blood magic. We always thought that he had succeeded in killing him, but now that all these pictures have shown up and the writings on the mirror, something happened.
Is he back, or is he trying to get back? Because what Tank was doing in that cave seemed like it was some sort of magic. And what did he say? This is how we bring him back? Something like that. When I had that vision, maybe he's trying to get him back, but he's not up to full strength.
Let's talk this over at breakfast.
Yeah, well, we're heading your way.
Theo's gonna go head downstairs, get herself some breakfast, get a hot or a cup of coffee ready for Yanu.
Can I awkwardly check Mark's neck?
I want you to roll plus charm.
10!
Okay.
I have 0 charm.
There's nothing weird on his neck. And Mark, you don't notice anything weird with your friend Kira.
When she's doing this, I'm like,
No, you're just kind of like doing whatever, and she's very
Chatting.
successfully, surreptitiously looking at your neck. Who's driving?
Me.
Kira roll act under pressure. Mark roll help out.
11.
9. So
That's a 10. All right. See a horrible traffic jam up ahead, and you are able to avoid it and get there on time.
kind of parking? Valet parking, surface.
You know what? There's absolutely valet parking here. Like a really fancy-looking, red-vested valet whose eyes appear to be closed holds out his hand very politely for your keys.
Make sure she gets back one piece. Company car.
What are we driving again?
It's like mid-size sedan.
Mid-size sedan. Okay.
Yeah. Legit.
Yes, we'll get this back to your company.
Okay, sir.
Somebody else hands you like I think they just like print out like credit card style plastic things that it just says 366. I think he will also hold out his hand for a tip.
God damn it, I'm never getting that new car. Slip him, I don't know, how much is too much?
As she's fumbling, I just put a 20 in his hand, and then
I was gonna do a 20. All right, you got this? You got this? Cool.
As he gets in the car, I think he like sort of sniffs the 20 and makes it his.
Okay, so we head into this to the restaurant. Is there like, I'm assuming it's like a full-on fucking restaurant, yeah.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
It's beyond continental. So yeah, you go in, and then there's Theo, and she's got her own breakfast plated, and there's a spot for Yano with a coffee waiting. And he will walk in just less than a minute after you guys, looking exactly as scruffy and swarthy as he did yesterday, like full mustache, tons of stubble, very burly fellow. I imagine him with like a thick flannel cargo pants.
Morning, Yano.
He just holds up a hand and takes a big sip from the coffee.
Oh, I get it. I'm not myself without my coffee either.
Mark just kind of like takes off his jacket, puts it down, just in the chair.
Rough night, Mark?
You have no idea.
That's why I asked.
Also, I have no idea.
A lot of shit going on.
He had that dream, a dream of Lysander Sideris in his mirror.
And I immediately just shoot the image over to Theo.
Oh, well,
Next time,
okay.
people.
Theo, you have a memory of a dream you had where you put on your exquisite clothing and then looked in the mirror and there was Lysander Sideris. That's what it appears to be to you. A memory of a dream you had.
I had a dream too.
Mark, you gotta chill with the mind facts.
I had a dream too.
I was back in that cave and I heard a voice. It kind of had two voices in one. One that sounded, I assume, Lysander, sounded very haughty, refined. And he said that I was in his home. And he asked me if I knew what he could do there. And he said he could do anything that he wanted.
Kira, roll plus sharp.
There was this other voice too, a woman's.
Plus sharp?
Mm-hmm.
10.
There were 4 voices, in fact. You are in my home, girl. Do you know what I can do here? Anything
I want.
Nope, hang on. 4 voices. What were the other voices?
One was Mark's,
Ooh.
and one was yours.
Woof.
What?
Yeah, I think you and I were there too, Mark. You can hear our voices.
Our voices speaking alongside this thing?
Like it was overlapping with each other.
That's troubling.
Yep.
Yanu, what do you make of this?
So you told him everything that happened in that. He was there for that part of the kid. I think what he will say is, "What is it you think you burned down there?"
I assumed it was a body. I had hoped it was his, but I don't know, I suppose.
This would be too easy. Alas, this was not the Sideris remains. It was a vessel, an intended vessel. And with that intended vessel gone, Sideris' spirit is loose to try and find a separate vessel.
Does this have to do with... Oh, fuck. I think I understand now. I'm not the vessel, am I?
Well, I mean, you did see yourself biting my neck.
What do we do?
Destroy his spirit.
There's a few things that we could do. There's a few things we could do to stop him, a few things we can do to protect you.
I was gonna say, like, maybe... Well, this is just an assumption. We don't know this yet. Let's just keep doing what we're doing, and we'll keep an eye out for what's...
Yana, you say his spirit is loose. He's trying to find a vessel. There was another voice that I heard, a woman's. We might want to try to find her.
Is there a way, Yana, to find out if someone has been possessed by this individual?
Are you thinking that you've been possessed by him?
I'm looking for any... Like, are there ways for us to detect who is currently a vessel? Is actually?
How do we find his spirit wherever it is? Is it whether it's in a vessel or if it's in that fucking painting that's in the Glensheen Mansion?
Well, Yano, do you know what qualifies as a good vessel criteria?
Oh, that's a good question.
Roll plus sharp.
10.
It would have to be someone who'd already been exposed to his spirit that Sideris himself has seen. And it would have to be someone that Sideris himself has touched.
So I'm assuming that we can assume that Tank is a viable vessel.
Not likely. If he was the vessel, it would have been him on that slab.
What do you mean by touched? How?
Where did he touch you?
Where did the bad man touch you?
Maybe on the poorly drawn cartoon ghost where he touched you.
That's so bad.
With these kinds of things from beyond this veil, there are many ways to interpret this word.
Wait. Just so I understand, the person who we burned was the person who was at the art museum.
No, so there was Tank, and then there was like a linen-covered lump, a body that we didn't see, but it was. But Tank was like trying to like mutter some words or do some sort of incantation on that body.
Yep.
So I had you burn it because I was like, I think he's trying to like resurrect him by using his body.
Yeah, when you showed up, there were 3 things in that cave. One of them was, well, I'm going to say 4 because I don't know if I brought this up. One of them was Tank. One of them was this person who was tied to a slab who you brought to the hospital. One of them was this linen-covered lump. And then there was a painting of Lysander Sideris in there.
Oh, okay. So his spirit was in that body at the time, but it hadn't been animated yet. And so now that the body's been animated, his spirit's free. Or that the body was burned, his spirit's free.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I think I want to use one of my questions.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to use it on, has Mark been touched by Lysander Sideris?
In fact, he has.
When?
I am wondering if Theo would be able to create some sort of like protection bracelet to give to Mark to protect him against Lysander like entering his body.
Possession or something.
Yeah.
You'd have to get some stuff.
Okay. I got stuff.
Like you'd have to go to a store and buy some stuff.
Go to a magic shop. Are there any Duluth magic shops?
I'm certain there are.
I'm sure there are.
I mean,
You could
Would
probably
Anya-
honestly get most of the stuff that you need at the electric fetus.
Okay, because like what I was sort of imagining is, I'm assuming this is a big magic kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah.
That Theo would probably like have like strips of leather and maybe braid it into something and probably incorporate certain items or charms. And
I mean, roll plus sharp first of all.
I guess one question would be for my practitioner, can I create like a bracelet that would bar somebody from Mark? Because like I have the bar, place, or portal to a specific person or type of creature.
Mm-hmm.
So for rolling sharp,
Uh-huh.
I rolled a 5. Oof. But if I'm using the practitioner, I mean that's use magic, I guess.
Yeah, so that was for if you just have the things you need to do that.
Okay.
And big no.
Okay.
There's what I think is you could make a janky version of it with the stuff that they have at Electric Fetus. You wouldn't get that +1, but you do have your specialized tools that you left back in the city.
Would there be a way to get them to us somehow?
I mean, I think that like
That's a question for Theo.
Yeah, Theo would definitely bring her usual bag of stuff. I don't think that she would have packed anything extra because she didn't really know much about what was going on, so she'd have to scour.
What sort of
For them.
materials do you need? I mean, I try to call in a favor.
There's
I mean-
bone beads, I think, is part of it. The specific thing, like to bar this kind of thing. One thing that you would have to do is soak one of the threads of leather in the blood of the person you're trying to protect. There's bone beads inscribed with runes that are, I think in like a jar, like all your dice are in.
Would that be something that like ears might have access to?
That's a good question.
I could try to call it in if we want to get the materials quick.
I might also be able to see if my family has access to something. I don't know. I'm worried about my own safety from your organization. No offense, you guys are great.
You don't
But-
have to mention you at all.
While you guys are chatting, I'm asking Dockers in my head, hey, can you and Ack just go downstairs and just check if there's anything in my body that you can sense, or we might be compromised.
Oh, you mean that painting?
Yeah, apparently I've been potentially in connection with this guy, and I don't know, keep your eye out for anything strange.
I think you're in the tropical living room where you talk to Dockers. So 2020 is kind of a mindfuck, but does that count as weird? And he points to there's a wall freestanding on this beach, and on it is a framed portrait of Lysander Sideris. The frame itself appears encrusted with bioluminescent mushrooms.
You ate the mushrooms.
I get it. So he indirectly, no, not indirectly. He could just be anywhere. Okay. Kira,
What's up?
we got a problem. So just having a little, chat with Dockers and
As you do.
Ack. I don't know what Ack's doing. I didn't hear from him. So those mushrooms I ate?
Yeah, the ones that I said to not eat.
Yeah. So just so you know, I have a living room in my head for these guys, and they just hang out there.
I do understand that, believe it or not.
Yes, and so that's all cool and all, but there's a painting on the wall of that room that wasn't there until after I ate the mushrooms. And it's a picture of Lysander Sideris with mushrooms, bioluminescent mushrooms around it.
Cool. See why we do not eat mushrooms now?
Is there any way, because Theo took some of those mushrooms to I think research or whatever later, is there any way not at this table in a restaurant that I would be able to dissect or detect like a living essence? I mean, would I be able to detect Lysander in it or a spirit or?
Well, he said that cave was his home.
I don't know. You're not doing it at this table, so maybe.
Okay.
He said that the cave was his home, so I mean, because maybe if it was there, it's indirectly connected to him. I'm not sure.
I said also with that picture, Dockers, just keep an eye on it, and if it does anything strange, let me know.
You got it, Dan.
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom. Kira's gonna get up and go to the bathroom.
Okay.
And make a call.
Okay. To whom?
Ears hotline.
Roll deal with the agency.
10.
Son of a bitch.
You roll so well with the agency, it's annoying.
I'm sorry.
Here's hotline. Where can I direct you?
Oh my god, it's you again. Hi, this is Kira Ashwood. I'm wondering if I could acquire some components for a spell?
We doing magic now?
Yeah, a little bit. Remember that whole vampire thing that I had called in to ask for some supplies?
Darling, I take a lot of calls.
Well, it turns out that guy, this vampire dude, his spirit is trying to like invade somebody else. So I'm hoping we could get some bone beads to help bar this thing from entering somebody unannounced.
Sorry, we usually have just kind of more of a blanket don't policy when it comes to doing spells. Can you repeat what you're looking for?
Bone beads.
Beads made out of bone.
I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Buddy, I'm afraid you have got me at the end of my rope. I'm going to have to kick you right up to my supervisor. This is not something I'm going to be able to help you with at this time.
Okay, who's your supervisor?
Just stay on the line 1 minute.
Okay.
Clark.
Kira's in the bathroom for a while.
Here's in the bathroom for a while. Theo, Mark, what are you guys doing or talking about or asking Yano, or what are you doing while Kira's having her very long conversation?
Yano, do you know anything about these mushrooms? Where they originate from?
Found them in a cave. Did they come from the cave?
Yeah, they came from the cave, but I'm wondering, like, do you know any?
Let's go.
Thanks.
Was there anything else that I needed to make this bracelet besides the bones and the blood and then like the leather straps that I have?
Bone beads, your leather straps, Mark's blood, and then some incense, a version of which you'll be able to buy at the Electric Fetus.
Okay. Last night you said that we had some work to do. What did you mean? Aside from kind of the obvious of keeping Lysander Sideris' spirit out of people, but did you have something else in mind?
This Terry Anchor, this thrall, lives in town. We will investigate his home, his associates, his comings, his goings.
Do you know Homeless Max, Yano?
I live in Duluth. Everyone knows this homeless Max. He is horrible, but harmless.
Should we investigate him since he was Tank's manager?
If you feel he is worth investigating, this is your case.
This is your city, your people.
What are you doing? What are you asking? Do you just want me to tell you what to do?
I was just looking to Yanu for like maybe some guidance or like if Homeless Max should be like a suspect.
Interesting theory.
Everyone's a suspect.
I was just going to say, should we suspect Yano?
That mustache. Something off about it. Just listening to the horrible elevator music as I am waiting in the front line.
I think that Theo's just gonna kind of, I don't know, just eat her breakfast or whatever. I guess we can't really do much else. I think if we can get these components that I need for like the spell, I can at least protect you, Mark. I'm not quite sure until I actually perform the spell if it's gonna be foolproof, but it'll at least maybe bar him a little bit from entering you.
I mean, From what I can tell, there's a photo inside my head of him. Therefore, he's already there. I don't think I have fangs on my teeth yet. I like poke at my teeth.
They're sharp, but no sharper than normal.
Can I ask a really
No.
weird question?
Oh, if it's weird, then by all means.
Only if it's
Would you consider the place inside of... Would you consider the room inside Mark's head a place?
That is a weird question. I think I would.
Would Theo be able to observe that place and see the painting? I'm wondering if I could investigate the painting inside Mark's head.
How would you observe the place?
Because one of the things that I'm specialized in is observing a place or time.
Oh, I see.
So I'm thinking that like Theo would maybe close her eyes at the table, mutter a little bit, and try and observe.
Hold that thought. Kira.
Yeah.
Spells, Ashwood.
The author.
Jesse.
Jesse?
Who else would it be? You call in asking for weird favors, they're going to send you to your supervisor.
Oh, fuck.
When I sponsored you for your year's membership, I didn't think you were going to go enemy. What are we doing here? Mage? Monster? Are you trying to...
There's a guy named Lysander Sideris who is supposed to have died hundreds of years ago. And his spirit is trying to take root in a vessel. And so the spell is supposed to protect somebody. Isn't that what we're supposed to do?
What's the spell?
Not totally sure. I just know that it's supposed to prevent something from entering somebody else's mind.
Oh, good. Dangerous, untested, and completely unknown magic.
Isn't there a little bit of risk in everything that we do?
A little bit of risk. You think I'm just going to rubber stamp this? Where even are you?
The North Shore.
How long are you going to be there?
Hopefully not too much longer.
Yeah, you better. You know we have status on Tuesday.
What time was that again?
Jesus, Ashwood, 9 a.m.
Right, sorry.
Sometimes I literally don't even remember when or why or whether I sponsored you for a year's membership.
You know, that is strange.
Okay. So we're looking at beads made out of bone?
Yeah.
All right.
How's your team doing, by the way?
You know, same as always, shaken, not stirred.
Yeah?
What do you mean? They're sturdy.
I don't know. After everything that happened in that sub-basement, I just know that it was a pretty rough battle. Wanted to make sure that everyone was doing okay.
Well, I'll pass along your concern. I'm sure Talk will be touched, and Gio will be furious.
And Diego?
Who knows with that kid? All right, listen. A couple years ago, we knocked over a Maggio outpost. Think we probably have some magic shit in there. Where are you staying?
At the Radisson with the spinny top?
Okay, this is going to be a little complicated.
Of course.
I can have somebody drive it to you and have it to you in the morning, or I can side ship it to the most depressing room in the building.
And what room would that be?
You know how this works. You got to figure it out.
All right, let's do that one. I kind of don't want to take any chances.
All right, might be, I don't know, maybe half an hour. I'll do it as soon as I can, but be careful with this magic shit, Ashwood.
I will be. Thank you.
Click. Theo, roll use magic.
Fuck.
I have just like a really weird question.
The 6.
Ooh.
I rolled 2 ones.
Could I try and roll help out, or would that not help?
How do you want to help out?
What exactly were you doing again?
I was trying. I'm assuming I was rolling to try and see the place inside of Mark's head.
Yes.
I try to focus. Well, actually, I would probably send you a visual for reference or something like that.
Well, what I'm thinking for like help out, I mean, you could do that, but then also Theo might like take your hand to have like a physical connection with you.
Okay, Mark, roll help out. Don't miss.
10.
So, I think that turns your 5 into a 6.
No. It was a 6.
How was it a 6? You said you rolled 2 ones.
Yeah, so 2 ones, and then my use magic is 3, and then my +1 for practitioner.
You're extremely lucky.
I'm so interested to find out what that would have had.
Oh, I know exactly what would have happened. Pick a glitch.
I'm going to say that as a problematic side effect.
Theo, would you, for reasons that I don't care to explain, just roll me naked D6?
Oh, fuck you, dice. 1. I also, just physically feel slightly sick after that call with Jesse.
What's weird is I'm not even sorry. So what happens is, you find yourself, Mark and Dockers, in the tropical living room. Like a shade of Theo is there. Clearly kind of semi-present and observing you. And you can see Mark and this long-haired stoner ghost. And then, yes, this freestanding wall with what is clearly a portrait of Lysander Sideris. The frame has dozens of these mushrooms growing off of it.
I imagine Theo, walking up to the painting, arms crossed, and just kind of frowning, glaring at it. Trying to decipher, what the fuck. And if it was possible, you can say no. I wonder if Theo would be able to, dispel this painting or this presence from Mark.
I wanted you to roll Investigate a Mystery.
It's going to be a 10.
Damn, you get 3 questions.
Yeah, what questions do you think I should ask?
How?
How much time do we have before I tell?
How to prevent Lysander from...
how is it that I feel like we kind of already have assumptions, but how was it that he was able to get there?
How did he infect?
I feel like it's probably the mushrooms, but yeah.
It had to be the mushrooms. How do you prevent it from activating or whatever it does? Is it currently watching? No, that wouldn't. Probably is anyway. Can we find his location through the painting?
Where his spirit is currently?
You got 3 questions, Theo.
How did Lysander touch Mark?
Where did he touch you?
Very carefully.
Oh, God, Johnny.
It touched him internally. Where?
Yeah,
through the mushroom.
Through his mouth. Where? Where is Lysander's spirit currently?
Right now? Tank's house.
And then how do we permanently destroy Lysander's spirit?
By burning whatever remains of his exist yet in the world.
So I had the right idea, it just wasn't his remains.
Yep.
I think we need to head to the mansion. There might be information about where he was buried, if there was a painting there.
Yeah. So...
Kind of a historical place, right?
Yeah. So does Kira return from the bathroom?
Yep. Well, this has been a great breakfast.
Yeah, real eventful.
Supposed to be one of the better restaurants in town.
Yeah.
Just wish I could enjoy it.
Nobody had any food except for Theo.
Well, I was assuming that people ate while we talked.
I probably had some coffee and some hash browns with ketchup.
Unless we really want to go into deep RP about what we order and what we ate and how good it was.
And then I take another bite of the hash brown.
Being that Lysander is at Tank's house and Yano says that we should investigate his house, I think we should go there too.
Mm-hmm.
But do we want to swing? We can swing by the mansion first and then head there.
I also want to stop back at the hotel really quick. I think I might have something that could help us.
Oh? Did
Yeah.
you not pack everything when you came here?
No. Something is arriving.
Like what? What did you order?
I got you your spell shit. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna help, right?
No, yeah, it will.
Well, cool.
All right.
Well, I need to go grab that in the most, what was it?
Dressing room.
Dressing room of the hotel.
Well, if you and Mark want to run back to your hotel, and then we can meet you at the mansion.
Yeah. Do we know where Tank's house is?
Yano would.
Where is that house in comparison to where the mansion is? Hotel.
It's closer to the hotel than the mansion for sure. The mansion's kind of on the edge of town, northeast.
I feel like checking out the mansion would be good. Because maybe there's that painting. We could burn it. Like an original picture or something. Yano and I can head over there.
Well, we need to find his corpse, you said?
Well, find whatever exists of him left in the world, because I didn't necessarily say corpse.
That's true, you didn't.
I'm going to hitch a ride with Yano. Do you want to meet us at the mansion?
Yeah, sure. We can meet you at the mansion.
Could I attempt to read a bad situation to figure out where the most depressing place would be?
Sure. Roll read about situation.
The most depressing room in this hotel. 6.
You're like 80% sure you're at the hotel. This is I'm supposed to...
This is the hotel, right?
Okay, hang on. I'm the hotel. I'm here where
That cave really fucked me up.
this is.
Mark, where do we need to be? I need to go to a depressing room.
Bathrooms?
I mean, that's pretty depressing.
Janitor closet, cellar. Is there a cellar here? How about the person that owns the building?
What kind of rooms do they have in the hotel?
Well, with that roll, you have no idea.
Can I use magic?
Probably hotel rooms. Use magic to do what?
So before, when I was in that cave, I did that little spirit like searchy thingy. Can I do like a spirit searchy thingy?
An SLST? Sure.
What?
An SLST?
What? Yeah. I was like, what are you saying?
A spirit like searchy thing?
Yeah, spirit searchy thing. That's what I call it. Can I do a spirit searchy thing?
Okay.
Or can I go incorporeal and just walk through walls?
Wait, hang on a second, real quick. Theo, you just got in a car with Yano to go up to the Glensheen Mansion?
Yeah, we're taking Yano's car.
Okay.
We were gonna meet there.
I think Yano drives a Volkswagen bus, and as you sort of walk up to it, a voice in your head goes, "Oh, hey, I had that car."
Oh, it's Dockers in your head.
Yeah, Mark, you sort of go to take some inventory. You take a look at your tropical living room, and Axe just sitting there, I think doing a puzzle that is all just white noise static. He's making pretty good progress. Dockers isn't there. He kind of looks up at you.
Almost done.
You keep working at that. It's looking good. Have you seen Dockers?
Went with short girl.
Theo is 5'8".
Ack is 25 feet tall.
I just went with Theo. Well, that's not good. Can I tell?
Home smells better now.
Yes, it smells like Ack in here. I'm going to be back a little bit. I will see you later. Good luck on that puzzle. I'm gonna reach out to Theo and be like, "Hey, is Dockers with you?"
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, Dockers? Hello?
Yes, if that's his name, yes, there's a beach bum now in my head. But he's safe, if that's what you're wondering.
I suppose you can jump to other people, can't you?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, well.
I mean, I kind of suspect that he probably came with me when I broke the connection with you. So I'm surprised, but not that surprised.
No offense, man, but the chairs are way more comfortable here.
None taken. Go easy on boiling in the green, okay?
Wait, what does that mean?
Nothing.
I'll tell you all about it.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Can I go up to the front desk of this hotel?
Also, in the meantime, while this is all am I just standing there, with Kira, and Kira's like, "Hello"?
Mark, you're supposed to help me find this thing. What are you doing?
I'm just drooling.
Oh, Jesus.
I assume you're just
In his own mind.
you just walked into the lobby and stood in the middle and just went with your fucking sunglasses.
Go up to the front desk worker. Good morning.
Hi, welcome to the Radisson, where it's a good day to be at the Radisson. My name is Kelly. Can I help you?
Kelly,
He just points at his name tag.
do you have a map of your
Of the city?
of the hotel?
You mean a schematic?
Sure.
Probably.
Or maybe or one of those fire exit maps, even if you don't have one.
Yeah, there's probably a law about that one.
Where might I find one?
Oh, you want to see it?
Yes.
I don't know.
Come on, Kelly. You got this.
Roll manipulate someone.
I believe in you. 10.
And he like opens a big drawer and starts shuffling through it and then pulls out this big page that keeps unfolding. And he's like, oh, this is going to be way more a pain in the ass than I thought it was. He spreads it out on the desk, and yeah, it's floor by floor by floor by floor schematic of the hotel.
Okay. So I want to take a look at maybe the first couple bottom floors, the basement, and maybe the lobby. Like, what kind of rooms are in the schematic that I can see?
I mean, obviously, it's a lot of hotel rooms. There's like the restaurant on the top floor. Just below that are 2 floors of like rooms where there's only 2 rooms per floor because they're huge. And then it's about 15 floors of 4 rooms per floor. The whole building is a cylinder. And then there is like every 4 floors, there's a janitor room. I think roll plus sharp.
You seem like such a cheerful employee, Kelly. Which rooms are the most depressing? 8.
There is like a space that, according to the schematics, there's a door and a space that doesn't seem to be allocated to anything.
Which floor is that on?
That's on basement 2.
Basement 2. All right. I'm going to go, I'll roll up papers for Kelly.
Sorry, I was just talking to Theo.
Nope, it's cool. Got it.
Oh, now I gotta fold this fucking...
I said I folded it up for him.
Oh, you're good at that. You should do that for like a job.
I'll take that under advisement. Thanks. Have a great day, Kelly. And then I'm gonna grab Mark and go to the floor where that one room was.
Thanks for coming to the Radisson, where it's a great day to be at the Radisson.
I can go check this room out. What is up with this room?
So I do think that when you get down there is a door, but it doesn't look, it's not labeled, and the door is locked.
Mark, can you go through the door?
Can I go through the door?
Your incorporeal thing, right?
I know. I was just saying that and laughingly, and then I just kind of phased through the door.
Had to it. Yeah, Mark walks through the door.
You unlock it.
Also, quick question. If I go through a door and I only go halfway through and then I jump out of incorporeal, do I like get stuck in that object?
You want to try it?
No,
I don't, because I probably die.
Why would you even say that?
So what do I see on the other side of this door?
Open it. Mark.
It's like a living room.
Oh, you gotta see this, Kira.
And there's
Open the door.
There's a huge screen TV and a big fluffy couch. Sitting on the big fluffy couch is a overweight guy in a hotel uniform.
I say this to Kira in my head, not out loud, so I don't wake the guy. Or is the guy awake?
He's awake, and his pants are around his ankles.
Oh, maybe you don't want to see this kid. Hello?
He's frozen.
I'm gonna go outside, and you just let us in when you're ready. Like, back out the door. Close.
What was it? What was in there?
His pants are on his ankles. Don't want to know.
Oh, fuck. Do you see why maybe sometimes you should knock now?
I regret having this ability.
I feel like Mark should have said, instead of like, let us know when you're ready, let us know when you're done.
When you're finished. I was thinking the same thing.
I think on that note, the door will sort of crack open, and not really making eye contact with either of you, he'll be like, when I'm ready for what?
We have some questions for you. We're reporters with the Daily Tuba.
The door slams shut.
Just kidding, word.
You'll have to excuse my partner here. She's a little,
Jesus Christ. Is there a window outside of this room?
Big no.
No? Okay. So it's just the door?
You know, we can just come right in there.
Just a second. What do you do?
I'm gonna go incorporeal, because I don't... When I go incorporeal, am I invisible?
No.
Can I try to slip into the shadows and go underneath the door?
You can try. Roll use magic.
15.
I'm gonna face through the wall and try and get to an area, like maybe into a closet that has blinds or something like that I can look through.
Kira, you just slip on right through. Mark, roll act under pressure.
12.
So yeah, Mark, you sort of slip in and head into, there's like it's not a closet, but it's like a freestanding cupboard, like an IKEA thing with just like plain white doors that you like sneak inside of. There are multiple anime body pillows in here.
Oh.
And there is also a I think kind of I guess iPad sized, but maybe like 2 inches thick, sort of zippered case that appears to be like a little transparent that has sort of a warning on it that says authorized personnel only.
And this was where exactly?
That's in the closet.
With all the anime dolls. Body pillows or...
I feel disgusting right now.
God damn it, Jesse.
I'm gonna
This is the fast way. It ain't pleasant.
I hate myself. I'm gonna pull open the case and see what's inside.
Okay, I think it is solidifying because Kira is also in the room. And yeah, what's inside is an assortment of what appear to be like little circles, little spheres made of like some kind of pale white material with various runes carved into them. And they have like a hole going through them.
Can you take those with you? And then let's just go back out.
I don't want to touch anything here, but okay.
As you leave, you could hear a voice panikedly say, "Don't tell them I'm down here."
And I'm gonna shoot back into mental images in his head.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, we're watching.
No! Okay, so let's go to the mansion with our supplies.
We got these balls with holes in them.
What?
Weren't they little circles with like?
They're beads.
Oh, I thought they were like.
No.
You gotta separate the beads from the balls, okay?
Oh my god! I thought I was grabbing these balls out of the box. The thing. Oh, all right, never mind.
Honestly, I should have made it a dice bag. Retcon. It's a dice bag. Hey guys, Jonny here, the Keeper, just cutting in to say a few things. Thanks for listening to the Monsters Playbook. We hope you've been having a great time listening because we've been having a blast putting this together and putting it out there. It's been amazing to interact with listeners and this great community of gamers and podcasters. We've got a ton of exciting stuff coming up for you, so stay tuned. If you want to support the show, you can leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts, and now you can also leave a rating on Spotify. Either one will help the show get noticed. We all read every single one, and we love hearing from fans. We love having fans. You can also follow us on all of our social media accounts. We're on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and we're on Twitter at Monster Playbook. Character limits, what are you going to do? Plus, you can email us at monstersplaybook@gmail.com if you have any questions about the show or the game, or if you want to share any fan art. We'd love to hear from you. But the absolute best thing you could do would be to tell your friends about us. If you know someone who might like what we're doing, let them know. We'll get a new listener. You'll get somebody to talk to about this show you like. Everybody wins. But again, seriously, thank you so much for listening. Obviously, we'd still love to play this game regardless, but it really means a lot to have other people come with us on this adventure. Okay, you monsters, let's get back to the show.
We got our dice bag of bones. Head to the mansion. I think I get in the car with Mark and we just like sit in silence for a second.
Yep.
Not a word. Nope.
I was gonna say.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was gonna say in my TV version of this, one of you would say to the other,
We are never
Never speak
Hold
about
on,
going
hold
to
on.
talk about. And the other one's like, absolutely.
Would she
talk
have,
about what?
would she have seen the anime dolls or no?
Well, I was close by, right?
As soon as you say, "We'll never speak of this again," I shoot you an image of the anime dolls,
God damn it, Mark.
and then Mark just bursts out laughing.
Okay, I know people say sharing is caring, but sometimes keep it to yourself.
Well, that was one hell of a day. All right.
Nope, we're not talking about this. Mansion, I'm going.
Um,
Drive.
so Yanu is driving his car and Theo's in the passenger seat. I think that like
I know.
yeah, no, sorry. Damn it. Theo in like her head is talking to Dockers. And I think she's like just asking him, "So, who are you?"
Dockers dead. Like to party.
Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you. How did you get to be with Mark?
We snooked up a couple of times together.
What kind okay. Like
Hang on. You're not like a cop or nothing, are you? Because you have to tell me if you are.
no, I'm not a cop. Are you a cop?
If I am a cop, I'm doing a bad job. Please continue to withhold my paycheck.
Well, if you don't mind hanging around for a while, I mean, I can get you back to Mark eventually, but it's not really on the top of my list.
Honestly, same. It is like plush in here, dude.
Thanks. Gotta keep up the mental barriers and exercises, so I'm kind of surprised that you slipped in with me.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It is terrifying, but like comfy.
Don't know how I feel about that, but nice to talk to someone, I guess.
I mean, same. You pull up to the Glensheen mansion and it's taped off.
And there's a couple of sheriff's cars here.
I get out of the car whenever I see you guys. I assume you guys are probably there when since we had to stop at the hotel.
Theo would have gotten there first.
Yeah,
so Theo will have first crack at what's going on.
Yeah, no. You wouldn't happen to have any ins with the cops here, would you? Because a smallish town, maybe like everyone knows him and is friendly and trusts him.
Police is different story.
I see.
So you are going to get out, and the first person who's going to catch sight of Yano is going to be the female deputy from the other night. And
Great.
She's like clearly interviewing somebody, taking some notes. She catches sight of Yano, and she just sighs and like says to the person to kind of wait, and stomps over and like goes under the caution tape and walks up to Yano and be like, "I might have known this was some of your bullshit. She with you too?" He tries to kind of play it off. I want you to roll plus charm on his behalf.
Come on, Yano, stud.
Do you want me to add anything to it?
What do you add?
Whatever Theo adds.
I add 1 to it.
Then add 1.
Okay, that's gonna be a 10.
Okay.
Yano.
Also, since we all like rested and sleep, are we all like healed up?
What I'm prepared to do is have everybody heal 2. He's going to walk up to her very familiarly and be like, "Vanessa, this is all some kind of great misunderstanding." And she'll like hold up a hand and be like, "Deputy Street, please. I'm on the job." And then as he like kind of gets closer to her, he will lower his voice and be like, "As it happens, this is some of my bullshit, as you say. I think this is going to be one of those situations where it will behoove us both to share intelligence." Theo, you can ask 2 questions.
Should I just ask why the mansion is taped off?
Well, it seems like there's like some sort of investigation going on.
There was a theft. Someone stole a painting.
Great.
As it happens, I will give you this one for free because she will offer it on the same question that somehow, and she says this very quietly so that no one else hears, Tank escaped our custody.
God.
After Theo asks her second question, you guys will show up.
Can I ask if there are any witnesses or suspects?
Is that your question?
Yeah.
Yes, you can ask if there were any witnesses or suspects. Kira and Mark, you arrive. I'm kidding. There's plenty of witnesses. The only one who really seems to know anything is a timid middle-aged night guard.
Do they have any suspects?
I think Deputy Street will look at Yano and be like,
"Your friend a detective too, huh?" Sarcastically, and then walk back to the mansion.
Theo's gonna lean over to Yano. She doesn't like you very much.
She has a good heart.
Or is there something? Am I picking up on something?
Why don't you roll plus sharp?
Theo actually says that to Yano.
Oh, so you're saying it out loud?
Yeah.
Honestly, still roll plus sharp.
5.
You are 100% sure about the way that he says she has a good heart and a great shot, that he is in love with her. You are pretty sure also that he's like putting out the vibe that he wants your help to make this happen. Like, great shot. Oh, okay. Okay. I see it. I read your blog.
He just needs like a girl's perspective and like helping him figure out like whatever.
So we arrive and hook up with you guys. Hey, we kind of nudge you, Theo, kind of pull you over to like the car. I got you your stuff. I'll hand you the bag of bones.
Awesome.
Bone
Thank
beads.
you. I'm gonna tie it to my belt.
So what's going on here? Something happened?
So much has happened. Well, kind of. Okay, so first thing, there was something that was stolen from the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming it's the picture painting of Lysander Sideris.
Yeah.
The other not so great thing is Tank escaped. So Tank is out there. I'm assuming, putting 2 and 2 together, that Tank took the painting. There was one witness that was a guard. I was gonna go talk to him and see if I can pull anything out of him, what he saw, maybe narrow down and confirm that it was Tank and it was the painting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you and Mark want to try and carefully scope out the mansion, or
I'll try to do that. I want to find out more about if this guy was buried anywhere too, because if it's just the painting that we need to destroy, that's one thing. But if there's something else that's tying him here, that's another.
Maybe you can connect with like an employee or a historian of the mansion. We can tell you more.
Is there anybody around who's like an employee that might be like a historian at the museum?
Yeah, you can find the like best dressed person who's got these like teeny tiny circular glasses and an ascot and like wavy swept back gray hair, like really trying to push past the deputies to get back into the mansion.
Walk up to a guy or a girl or
Guy.
Okay. Walk up to the guy, kind of get his attention. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
You seem like you know quite a bit about this mansion.
Well, I should hope so.
Wonderful. I've been assigned to a story, and I'm hoping that you could maybe help fill in some blanks. Kira Ashwood. I work with the Daily Tuba.
I see. The rubble hasn't even cleared, and already the roaches come to roost. Well, I assure you, that my misfortune is not going to be your bloody entertainment.
What we report could help track down whatever was stolen from this museum.
Oh no, I will not fall for this. A third time Frederick Beans is no one's fool.
A third time? You've been fooled before? Who came to you the first 2 times?
You don't know who I am?
I'm sorry, Frederick, I don't.
Let's back up. Frederick Beans, owner and proprietor of the Glensheen Mansion Event Space and Tour Museum.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to be met by you.
Well, Frederick, I can assure you, I'm only trying to figure out what has happened here. We were sent to actually report on an interesting case of a local artist here named Tank. You might be familiar with his work.
Ugh, Terrence Anchor, the very idea.
Yes, well, he seems to be a bit obsessed with a portrait.
With gauche art from the 19 and 80s. Permit me to agree.
Yes. He had mentioned that when he visited this mansion a few months ago, that there was a portrait of a man, Lysander Sideris, who he was quite taken with. Do you know much about this painting?
I'm afraid we have a good number of paintings, portraits, and otherwise pieces of artifactory that have various provenance. You might have to be a bit more specific.
Can I pull up like maybe like a web page that has like the art from the gallery for Tank? Show it to him. This man?
Oh, from the creepy parlor.
What's so creepy? What's so creepy about this parlor?
In a word, him.
Sure. Do you know what was stolen from the museum?
I'm going to have to ask you to roll manipulate someone to continue this conversation.
11.
By the way, kudos for remembering to use the fact that you're reporters as a pretense to ask questions. And to continue to justify the name of this game remaining the cover story. The mansion, as it happens, has changed hands a number of times over the years, and each time it changed hands, it became, a different sort of establishment. For a time in the early 70s, it was something of a collection of curios, a sort of house on the rock kind of vibe. Various curios of ill repute. And unfortunately, in all of the owners since, including yours truly, there are a number of pieces of artifactory that have proven impossible to offload. Your unfortunate portrait being one of them until, well, recently someone seems to have done us a bit of a favor.
Oh, so that was what disappeared?
Yes, God be praised. Excuse me, how on earth has your quest to glorify filthy Terry Anchor brought you close to my establishment?
Oh, well, our newspaper specializes in, I suppose you could say, the weird.
Special types of engagement.
You mentioned that parlor was quite creepy. Well, there's the man that he was painting from that portrait. We know that he lived over hundreds of years ago. We're trying to figure out exactly who this man was that was in that painting. You wouldn't happen to know who Lysander Sideris was. Did he have any connection to the mansion?
None that I am aware of. If it's street level rumor mongering you're after, you might want to check with Yano. He's a bit of a handyman, a man about town, sort of ne'er-do-well, jack-of-all-trades type.
Sure.
One of these swarthy Lotharios who frequents our fair city.
Was there anything else besides the painting that was taken from the museum?
I would love to get back inside and resume my inventory, but these damnable constables continue to bar me from my place of business.
Well, hopefully they get out of your hair soon.
From your lips to God's ears.
I want to talk to the night guard.
So you walk over to where she is. She's still also behind this tape.
Oh,
and
it's a
has
she? Okay.
Yes.
I thought it was a guy. Okay.
No, she's like heavy set, very close cropped blonde hair, and she has a traditional museum's guard's ill-fitting dark blazer, but then also has a like scratchy gray cop blanket, and she's currently being interviewed by a couple of deputies.
Can I wait to ask her questions once they disappear?
Yes. Mark and Kira, is there anything you want to try to do in the meantime, or do you also want to wait to talk to her?
I kind of want to call Brad.
Okay. It rings once. It rings twice. It rings thrice. And an unfamiliar, charming young female voice.
Mr. Vickers' office, how can I direct your call?
No, get promoted. Oh, cute. Okay. Hi. This is Kira Ashwood. Who is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is Danielle. I'm Mr. Vickers' assistant.
Did Brad get promoted?
I don't know. Is he promoted from being the boss?
Oh, okay.
Is this what you're calling about? Need to talk to HR. I'm kind of new here.
No, you're okay. Never mind, Danielle. I'm wondering if maybe you could help me with something. I'm working on a story currently. Brad is most likely aware. I believe he was copied on the email. We're up in Duluth researching a story about Lysander Sideris, a man who was in the portrait that this local artist Hank was painting. Trying to see if we could learn any information about maybe where Lysander was buried. If there is any family, perhaps, if, still living.
I want you to roll plus charm so bad.
It's just a 6.
It sure is.
I'm sorry, I might be confused. Is this something that you're calling to ask Mr. Vickers to do for you, or is this something that you're calling to report that you're doing for Mr. Vickers?
This was something that I was hoping. Well, I was hoping to talk with Brad about it and see what his thoughts were.
That is not going to be possible today, unfortunately.
Would you be able to help?
Help with speaking with Mr. Vickers? I can maybe get you something on Wednesday after status?
Danielle, that's fine. I didn't mean to trouble you. Bye. I'm gonna hang up.
Everything okay, Kira?
Brad's the boss now? When did that happen?
Well, that's new. Didn't he talk to you?
No, Danielle did. Apparently she's his assistant.
Did she not let you talk to him?
No.
Let me give it a shot.
Oh my god. Well, if you're going to call the same number I did, it's probably just going to go right to his office.
Can I try mental dominion over the phone?
I think mental dominion requires you to look into their eyes.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's right. Damn it. Never mind.
You know what? Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
I almost don't want to spoil this, but I do want to let you guys know that he is still not being paid. But he is so busy that he has had to hire himself an assistant who is getting paid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's just
Who can I talk to get him to get paid?
I'm gonna give him a 20 when I get my
Honestly, the only person who can authorize a pay increase from 0 to anything for Brad Vickers is Kent Clark.
Oh, and he's still fucking missing.
Still at large.
Wait a second. Good question, though. Casey's not real.
Doesn't exist anymore.
Did that still happen? Plot twist.
The plot thickens for seemingly no reason. No, he's still missing.
Okay, so he's missing for some other reason.
Tax evasion.
So you're interviewing this guard?
So yeah, you walk up to this guard who does have like a styrofoam cup of very weak looking coffee in her hand. She's kind of got that 1,000-yard stare. She's just sitting there, but then when she sees you walk up, she kind of looks up, puts on a very pleasant face, and is just like, "Oh, hi."
Hi. My name's Theo Jones. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hello, Theo Jones.
I just have a couple of questions, if you don't mind me bothering you. I know you've probably been asked a million questions so far, but could I ask you a couple? Theo has a very bright, shining face on. Smile, by the way.
I want you to roll manipulate someone.
I don't trust any of my die. I still don't trust any of my die. Oh. 4.
I'm sorry, honey. Are you with the sheriff's office or?
Kind of, technically. They have like this new like internship program. I'm going to school for like law enforcement, so I'm just interning with the department for now.
I think with that roll, Yana behind you just goes, "You are not an intern." But I do think that this person will like immediately light up when she catches sight of Yano and stand up and go, "Oh, Yano, is she one of yours?" and get up and give him a big hug. Honey, you are not fooling anybody with that haircut.
Okay. Well, that doesn't exactly have anything to do with my questions. But can I ask you like what you saw?
I sort of feel like this is an ongoing police matter, and it would be a little bit inappropriate for me to spread the information around. So, Yano, I do apologize, but it's kind of a serious thing. It's kind of my job on the line these days.
Well, if I can ask you a different question that doesn't pertain to the case, how well do you know Deputy Street?
Oh, Vanessa, I used to babysit her.
Oh, really?
She's a spark plug.
See, she seems really sweet, and what I've been told, she's a really great shot.
Well, I don't know where you heard she was sweet, but you're damn right she's a deadeye.
Do you know, like, is she seeing anybody, or is she busy? Like, what kind of, like, what is her schedule? Does she have any free time? I know somebody who might be a little sweet on her.
I want you to roll manipulate someone again. I want you to miss so bad.
It's close. 7.
I think she's going to look confused for a second and be like, I mean, I know she's a cop and all, but I don't think she bats for that team, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh no, it's not me. I just every once in a while I come up and visit, my uncle here, and I'll like kind of nudge Yano, and he's kind of
Yana
like,
will just go,
No.
well, yeah, he gets kind of like lonely once in a while, and it'd be nice to know that somebody could keep an eye on him, that I don't have to, come up here and just
he'll cuff
keep
you on the
him.
back of the head. You're like, Theo.
But he kind of has a hard outer shell. But you know what they say about those kinds of people, they have a soft inside.
Oh, Yano, are you just a little Twinkie puff in the middle? He goes beat red and walks away.
Oh, yeah, no, okay, well.
Sorry about your uncle.
Yeah, me too. He's really sweet, but doesn't really show it often, you know what I mean?
I always figured him to be, one of those forever
Lone wolf.
going his own way types.
Yeah, I did too, but I don't know. I've seen a couple the way that he looked at the deputy there, and maybe there's hope. He just seems a little shy.
Well, that's a word I'd use for little Vanessa too.
What do you mean?
Oh, now you got the wheels turning in old Cherie's little brain.
Every once in a while I come up here and check on Yanu, and I gave you a little bit of information about him that not everybody outside of the family is privy to. Maybe you can share a little information, to one person to another.
Okay, you little pixie. If you're one of Yano's little lookers, then you can you plumb the depths of old Cherie's little mind and see what you can find in the cobwebs. What do you want to know?
I was just curious about if you saw anything or saw anyone when the item was taken.
Oh, it was a filthy son of a bitch. Looked like dang Bigfoot in that darkness. I come to shine my little flashlight on him and see it's that painter fella.
Tank?
Oh, if you want to go by his website, sure, but we all know him as Terrence. Everybody knows him. Annie Hoozle, he comes in and he's just flailing around like some kind of wild animal, But he's got that beeline look in his eye and in his legs that he comes running straight for that stupid painting. Doesn't even look that good. Scream, that's good painting. Friggin' water lilies, good painting. This thing, spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care for it. I don't know. Maybe he's gonna try to sell it for drugs. I don't know what happens with those artsy types.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about it though, he had this look in his eyes, like he'd never heard of sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All kinds of blood on him too.
Sorry, you had.
Which was crazy. It was funny because that's probably the first time I'd seen him since he did that big bunch of flower paintings, which were so pretty. Last spring, you should have seen him, doll.
I wish I was here. I was, school and work.
Oh, for cute. He just had such a talent in those days. All the time really until this spooky business.
Yeah,
for which I do not care one bit.
So it sounds like you and a lot of people around town really knew Terrence, and
we loved him.
That he seemed, wonderful and nice until recently. Like when and what changed?
He did the flowers last spring. He did he had this darling bit of this whole situation with yarn. I can't even describe. He just took a forest and transformed it into a little canvas.
Sounds wonderful for the birds.
Yeah, I'm sure they've got some JPEGs on the Google you can find. But then there, something. Then he just kind of fell off the grid, I suppose. He was doing he would do these art walks in between his shows where he'd kind of just like go around, Come to think, he was on one of those here. Now, it wasn't me, so you're hearing this secondhand.
Okay.
But Todd said he saw him in that spooky parlor, just sort of lying face down like some sort of sleepy junkie. Come to wake him up, and he just sort of didn't have much to say. Just ran off towards his house, and then folk didn't see him for a little while. And then he has this whole crush on a guy show he's got. I mean, yeah, sure, he's got fancy hair and a nice little waistcoat. Yes, ma'am, thank you very much, please. But that's too many paintings of one gentle person.
Yeah, definitely. Have you, last question, and I will let you go and like rest. I'm sure that was...
I could talk to you all day, you darling. You're just so cute.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Has anybody else had such a strange reaction to I know this painting, this portrait, excuse me, is very unsettling, but has anybody else had such a visceral reaction?
I mean, unless you count me.
Now, don't be going crazy on me.
I'm not going crazy. I'm losing it. Here I go. I'm fooling. No, kids don't like it.
I mean, I don't blame them.
I don't want to be the type to say, just because I'm a guard, I'm kind of a detective, but...
I mean, you're practically a detective.
Oh my God, thank you. If I was in your mismatched shoes, I'd take a look at that Terry Anchor household. He was going to hold up somewhere. I don't know where else he would have holed up.
Definitely going to tell Yanu that. I know. He's on the case. So.
Oh, you mean Yano?
Yano, yes.
Your uncle?
Yes.
Whose name you're about 85% on.
He comes from the Greek side of my family.
I'm only fooling. I don't know what his actual name is. Maybe that's what it... He used to mow my lawn for a couple of bucks.
Oh, that's sweet of him.
Yeah, built me a garage in 92. It burned down in 95. Wasn't his fault.
I'm sorry. I imagine after all the hand slapping in the back of my head that there's probably a permanent imprint there of him there. If somebody had to scan a fingerprint, they could just scan the back of my head. I appreciate...
Well, that's awful specific. Need me to call anybody for you, hun?
That's okay. No, I can handle my own.
I'm fooling.
What Yano doesn't know, never mind.
Well, I must tell you that this conversation is beginning to take a certain kind of turn for me. I do not care. I think I might need to focus back up on my coffee here. So
yeah, no, I appreciate it. If you do think of anything else, or just want to grab a cup of coffee, or maybe if Vanessa asks anything about Yano, you can give me a little ring, and I'll give her like my business card. Okay. It's just super, super simple. Just my name and then like a phone number.
What name?
Theo Jones.
Okay.
But it was wonderful talking to you and getting a little insight into my uncle here. It's nice to hear that there are people in this town that also love him as much as myself and our family.
Oh, lovely to meet you as well. Don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven.
Oh, well, thank you. And I'll walk away. Theo's gonna like meet up with Jan. No, well, she was just so sweet. She suggested going to check out Terrence's house.
Yes, Cherie is lovely. I built her a garage. It's a shame what happened to her and her ex.
Deputy Street's pretty wonderful too.
Yes, she's skilled with a weapon, and as a sheriff's deputy, she's B+.
Yeah, love to see that in a woman.
Or a man. Would you like me to make an introduction?
No, I mean,
I do not know that she is playing baseball for this team, but...
No, I just thought that, like, maybe you and her could, like, go get a cup of coffee or something. Or, like, you could ask her out to, like, a movie. Like,
She drinks police coffee.
I mean, police coffee is black coffee, and isn't that what you drink?
What are you doing?
Is that Johnny or Yano?
This is Yano.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you said that you needed like some help. I like saw the the spells flying and the chemistry like twisting when you were talking to her.
I think he was going to throw his head back and roar in laughter.
I'm gonna take that as a yes,
And
I will definitely help you get her phone number if you don't. Let's go, guys! And like Theo's gonna go into the car.
that's a yes. Okay, everything's great.
No, like Theo genuinely is gonna be like, yeah, I knew it. I
That
read
laugh
him perfectly.
means I'm in love. Okay, and you are going to go to Tank's house?
Yes. Sounds like Tank was the one that took the portrait, so probably the best bet is to go to his place.
I want to, before we go, I guess, I want to get some of Mark's blood.
Oh yeah, do you want to do that spell now?
Yeah, I want to do it on the car ride over.
Now a bad time to mention that I'm scared of needles. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I wasn't
Oh,
gonna
don't worry,
use
it's gonna be a knife.
needles. Yeah.
Oh, great. I'd rather take a knife over needles, actually.
So,
Oh, that's
do you want me to cut you like on your finger, on like your arm? I mean, I can also go like.
I'm just kidding.
Did you say your
Right.
face?
No, I said on my feet. I was joking.
I mean, I can cut you somewhere else if you want me to. And we're doing this out of view of any cops.
Do I say thank you?
I mean, I'm doing this for your own protection.
Here. I pull out a little pocket knife or whatever. Where are you putting the blood?
I'm putting it into this vial.
You just carry vials?
Yeah, and Theo's gonna point to like the utility belt of
Oh.
pouches and things.
Okay, all right, fine. Here, hold it up. I'm only gonna cut once. I just take a little like I don't know. I just poke kind of one of the areas in my hand or whatever, and it just like in kind of on the pad of my hand or whatever. I just cut a little slit in it and just kind of squeeze the blood out. A couple drips pop out probably.
It'll be fine.
I accidentally hit a vein and it just goes crazy.
I can heal you if it gets too bad.
I'm gonna need a little bit more than that, Mark. I need to kind of soak this leather in your blood.
Don't be such a wuss.
I take the knife and I make a longer cut.
I mean, if you want, I can try and like use some magic to get some of the blood flowing out of you.
No, it's fine. It's going now.
Oh, it's coming now.
All right. Question for the GM: is this considered blood magic?
I mean, no. I think it's different
Okay.
because the blood here is not being used as a proper spell component, but more as a binding agent.
Okay.
I do think you don't want to tell your parents you did this.
Oh hell no! Then I'd have to charge Mark.
That too.
Got enough?
Yeah.
Theo.
Yeah.
Roll use magic.
Is there anything I can do to help you?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
You've done all you can to help.
And I add +1 to the. Wait. No. Yeah. I add +1 to this.
Because you're trying to bar something, which is your speciality.
Yeah.
Fair.
11.
Nice.
Okay. First of all, I've never met anyone with a more intense dice rolling face than you.
I'm editing that out of the file.
And then, so yeah, you make this thing. You sort of mutter some incantations over it. You weave it into these other leather bands. You weave some of those bands and some of the bloody band through these bone beads. And then you tie it around Mark's wrist. Mark, it isn't dry on your wrist. So you have this sort of matted,
Sticky.
juicy, sticky bracelet.
Well,
with these-
I know I'm never ordering What Would Theo Do bracelet again. This is gross.
WWD.
Just stick your hand out of the window and it'll dry as you're driving along with the wind.
And something will come along and take off my arm.
I mean, would you rather be possessed or wear something uncomfortable for a little bit?
No, this is fine. Fine. Let's go.
The beads also, Mark, to you and to you only, are whispering in a language you don't understand. The whispering seems to bother the mushrooms on the frame in your tropical living room. Oh man, he's gonna hate that. He acts tough, but he's like a little squeamish.
Oh, are you talking about Mark?
Yeah, we're bros. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but oh man, that's gross.
Well, I mean, it's for his own good. Like he's like to protect him and.
No, like I know that, and like you know that, but like I bet he probably doesn't know that.
Should I tell him? Like, would it make him feel better if I told him? Like, I know it's gross, but it'll be fine.
I mean, he and I kind of just met a little bit, so like maybe.
Mark, I know that this bracelet is a little bit gross. It's soaked in your blood. I mean, don't like press it against your like clothes. It might stain, but it's gonna be okay. Like, it's gross, but it's fine.
If you want me to, I could smoke him up real quick.
Will that help? Will that relax him?
Always helps me.
Are you talking to Dockers?
No. Okay. Yeah. He's interesting.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy. What are you guys talking about?
Busted.
I think in my head to Dockers, I'm just gonna say, is he a cop?
I didn't ask. In your head, Dockers is like frozen as though if he moves, he'll be seen.
I love this.
I didn't ask if he's a cop. Shit, Dockers, you blew it.
Hey, Mark.
What?
So, like, I know your day job is a reporter, but, like... you're not, like... Are you, like, some sort of, like, night, like, kind of like cop, but more like vigilante or, like, cop?
Did
you know what I'm talking about?
Fall out of your bed this morning? What are you guys talking about? Why would I be a cop? I mean, I've got fucking wings, for God's sake.
Okay, in my head, I'm gonna whisper or say to Dockers, okay, yeah, no, I think he needs to like be like chilled out, Dockers. He's not handling this well. Maybe we need to mellow him out. Can you do that?
Oh, fuck.
Dockers? Dockers?
Hang on, I can handle this. I'll ask him if he's a cop. I mean, it's not going to be easy from over here. I'm going to have to, like, get it in his nose and mouth.
Well, here, like, let me, you know what? I think what we could do is, like, so, like, I know a little bit of magic. Maybe we can infuse your magic with, like, we can infuse your magic with my magic, and I can cast a little bit of, like, a small gust of wind that blows into his face, and that's how he can get, like, a contact high.
I got an easier idea. Can you let me drive for a second?
I'm sorry, bud, but the last time I saw you drive somebody, it didn't go well.
No, I went great.
Okay, yeah, sure, fine.
Mark.
Oh, no.
Theo puts a hand on either side of your head.
No!
What are you doing?
And pulls you in for a kiss. And a bunch of smoke like flies into your mouth and lungs. And you feel really cool.
Can I then
watching this?
I'm just gonna kick Dockers out of the driver's seat and just backpedal away from Mark. And I think to Dockers in her head and aloud, that is not what I meant you could do, Dockers!
I've seen too much today. I've seen too much.
Dockers, you son of a bitch. I'm just off.
Mark.
Yes.
You are lying in a hammock in your tropical living room, and so is Dockers. And you are both kind of feeling it.
I got a pina colada, imaginary pina colada in my hand, and I just clink with him and drink.
Instead of the pina colada just appears to be like kind of a big plastic wine glass, and no liquid comes out, but just more smoke pours into your face.
I was gonna say, I feel like Dockers has like a bong instead of like a glass.
Clinks his bong
Clink.
and drinks pina colada out of it.
So is Dockers no longer in my head?
Dockers is no longer in your head.
Oh, that was fun for a
Welcome
bit.
back, my dude.
Did I just witness?
Theo's gonna just like shake her head and just, let's go.
Sure, okay.
I'm not gonna follow. I'm just gonna stand there, and I'm just kind of like in this.
Mark,
What?
gotta go.
Go where?
To tanks.
Like when you drive, like.
No. To Terry Anchor, the artist's house. Terrence Anchor. Whatever his name is.
I just like mellowly drag myself along.
Theo just gets into Yano's car quietly, but also slightly lonely.
So is this the team for which you play baseball?
I don't play baseball, Yano.
What is it my niece says? Aero ace? Two tumbler?
What?
Okay. Okay, so you guys get in your cars and you go, to
I want to talk to Anna, actually, really briefly. Yeah, just like in my head.
where in the building?
I think it's like the front lobby.
She's sitting in like a pretty plush little armchair.
Mm-hmm.
There's another couple. You could sit down by her, and
I'll sit down, cross, and then another one. Put my feet up on like a little ottoman.
she's reading a book that's called How to Beat the Shit Out of the Creator.
Interesting book you're reading there.
Oh, sure. I just got to my favorite part.
Oh, yeah? Did you figure out how to kick his ass?
You did.
Oh, yeah? It's actually kind of what I wanted to talk to you about.
Do you still hear him? The creator?
Go manipulate someone.
9.
No, we did it.
It can't be that easy.
You think that was easy?
I mean, we closed the hallway, but he's still there, right? Somewhere. He's not really gone.
Somewhere. Not here. That counts as gone to me. Now, are you here to talk about that, or are you here to talk about that? And she points at some new artwork in the lobby. And sure enough, it's a portrait of Lysander Sideris.
I had a feeling. That. To be honest, no, I wasn't really coming to talk to you about that.
You know what? Don't worry about it. I think she'll take a tarp even and like cover it and just be like, I'll take care of it.
How?
She'll take the tarp down and point at the painting and like lean back in her chair and be like, what's his story?
Kira leans back too and looks at it and she's like, he smells terrible, first of all. I mean,
It's all the hair. It's all the hair.
so oily. God. I don't know. Think maybe he grew up in Venice. Because, I've heard it stinks there, so that tracks. So, I don't know.
I think he tried to die and it didn't take. I think he wound up at the gates of Tartarus and they just were like, you stink. Get out of here.
Let's move
So
on.
now he wanders the earth and all its alleys and side streets, just looking for a shampoo that won't make him cry.
That's pretty good.
I thought so. Then she'll go and replace the cloth.
Mm-hmm. You ever thought about what you'd do if you were in control all the time?
Have you thought about what you'd do if I was in control all the time?
Well, yeah.
Which is actually a monstrously interesting question that I haven't thought of before.
What I mean is I was thinking about, I don't know if there's a way to do it, but all of your life you've lived, I don't even know, to make my life better, and it's not fair to you. What if you could have your own life?
Kira, are you literally telling me to get a life?
No, I'm asking what you would do if you had your own...
My own story?
Yeah. If it weren't just the two of us and you could do whatever you wanted.
She'll gesture towards the elevator and say, it's not just the two of us, Kira.
Well, you've never told me about them.
We're still there, huh?
Still there.
You got stuff to do, so you're pulling up. It's your story, girl.
You should have your own too.
I do. Why don't you get out there and tell me what it is, and she will push you out of the door of the lobby, and you'll be back in the car, and you will be pulling up to Tank's house.
Okay.
When we're on our way, Theo's going to be going through her like mental library and like looking and checking to make sure that all of the like locks and walls are in place and that nothing is missing.
Why don't you roll plus weird?
Because I was mostly worried about Docker seeing and taking something, but
No, I know.
you said plus weird?
Mm-hmm.
8.
Something is missing, but you don't know what it is. You got
Theo's gonna get out of the car and, walk up to Kira and Mark's car as they're getting out. So, what should the plan be? Like, what's our intention? Obviously,
Looking at the painting, if that's all that's left of him, I think we need to destroy it.
we also need to deal with Tank now.
Yep. Well, we gotta get him away from the painting, first of all.
So, we need to find the painting, we need to find Tank, and we need to dispel...
I think we need to separate him from the painting. Can you maybe do that, like, force thing to, like, trap him?
Yeah.
That might help.
Yeah, I can do that. I guess Mark should burn the painting?
Yeah, we need to destroy whatever's left of him. If we're assuming it's his painting, then yeah, I think we assume we destroy the painting.
I'm guessing and hoping that there's no
Hopefully
negative...
he's not in him.
I mean, just burn him. Well, no. Tank used to be a really nice guy, according to Cherie.
Yeah, he's only doing what he's doing because he's being influenced by...
I wonder
What if we take one of the runes that I have that's protecting me from him and embed it in him or something like that?
Well, so the thing with the magic that I did on you is that I used your blood to create that magic, so it has a bond with you. It won't have a bond with him, but I'm thinking that...
So if we get one of the runes, so it's bound to me because of my blood or whatever, if we embed it in this other person, it will hopefully detach or it like kick him out of the body, and then we burn the painting while he's not in a host kind of thing.
But the thing is that it's not going to protect him from Lysander. It protects you because it's bonded with you. If you take it off and somebody else uses it, it's just a weird bloody bracelet.
Not just leave you exposed too.
Yeah. So what I suggest is that maybe Mark goes after the portrait and burns it. I can trap Tank and maybe try to dispel whatever thrall he's under.
If he's under any influence, or if fucking Lysander's in him too, we might want to try to see if we can.
Yeah, Cherie said that she heard from, I believe it was Chad, some other guard, that Lysander kind of passed the heck out like a druggie, and that he used to be super friendly and he did these other beautiful,
You mean Tank?
yes, that he did all these beautiful pictures and whatnot, but then he just really changed once he saw this picture.
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts?
I think it supports the idea that we're thinking that the portrait was the thing that turned him and probably holds his spirit. Hopefully we can connect to the man underneath.
I can burn stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, strange question for
Yeah.
you two. You guys thought that there were vampires here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yanu, is there any, like, vampire nests here that you...
I'm sorry, who are you asking?
Yanu?
Vampire nests. Not to his knowledge.
All right.
Shall
You go
we?
in?
Yeah.
Don't sound so excited.
I mean, I'm not. I'd
Maybe
rather be
nothing
at
is
home.
exciting.
I'd rather be at home eating popcorn, watching a movie while I avoid my studies.
Yeah, this line of work, not the most exciting thing in the world. So you gotta make it for what it is, and have fun with it as much as you can.
Exciting is not the word that I would use. But hey,
How do you go in? So you walk up. The house itself is like a pretty basic seeming, single story home.
Mm-hmm. I want to try and hopefully not disappear into the shadows this time, quite literally, but I want to try to sneak in.
Well, do you want to try to sneak in by using magic?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you roll use magic for me?
are we in agreement that we're
Plug yourself.
stealthing?
At least, well, I am at least try to get a drop and
That's
see
fine.
what's going on.
That's fine.
Theo, you got a plan?
I'm gonna wait.
Oh, you have the opposite plan.
9.
Pick a glitch.
Take 1 harm.
I think you walk in shadow form, but your part of your head remains corporeal, and it it's like you get punched in the brain. Like it almost feels like low-key concussion
Mm-hmm.
because you just bonk the inside of your unprotected brain against the door.
Like how you punch your brain.
True. Yeah.
Mark, what are you doing?
Sorry, Maya. What were you doing?
She is not kicking in the door, I think is what she's doing.
I am not blasting the doorknob with a ball of force to unlock it.
Okay.
Why are you rolling dice?
Because I'm
If we checked to
pre-rolling.
see if the
We're
door was
bringing up-
unlocked,
Nope, nobody did.
I'm gonna walk up to it and just gently try and open it and see if it works.
It opens.
Well, first step conquered. Now what? And then I push open the door.
Okay, you push open the door. So other than the super messy floor, which is splattered with rusty or brownish footprints, it's extremely tidy. There's nothing. There are hooks for where you would put your coat or whatever. There's nothing on it. It opens up to the left into a living room that just has a empty coffee table, a sort of unsat in couch, and a very small CRT TV, maybe a 16-incher. In through the kitchen, which looks like no one's. I think there is a pile of dishes in the sink, and there's a smell like mold. Those dishes have been sitting there for a long time. The stove is immaculate. Yeah, there's a fridge in here. There is a door in the kitchen that has a hefty padlock on it.
I'm assuming that is not unlocked.
Can Kira go underneath the door to kind of go down to where it is?
You go underneath the door, and there is a staircase leading down.
Mm-hmm.
This goes into the basement.
Do I see any ghostly type dealio?
We'll read a bad situation. There aren't ghosts here, but downstairs there is death. A lot.
Kira, be careful going down there. There's quite a bit of death.
Just a shadowy thumbs up.
Yo, what's your move? Are you still waiting outside? After Mark just
No.
fucking opened the door?
No, I would be like following behind Mark. I do want to ask, like, what is Yano doing?
I think Yano has a gun out and he's standing at the front door. Unless you tell him to do something else.
No. Just make sure if no one comes in and no one goes out.
No one in, no one out.
And then if things get hairy down here, give a shout.
No one in, no one out. Harry, give a shout.
I think that
Nessos, don't die.
Thanks. Mark, did you telepathically tell Kira that, or did you say it aloud? The death.
Telepathically.
Do the footprints lead downstairs?
They're kind of just smashed all over the place. Roll investigative history.
7.
This entryway is kind of tile linoleum, and then there's like a patch of, like, from the living room into the hallway down to the right leads to the bedroom. There's like a strip of carpet, and it just is like there's kind of just a arc of mess on the carpet that you kind of lose track of it. It doesn't seem to go much to the right.
And to the right is the bedroom?
To the right is the bedroom. I think what I will decide for you with that roll is you do go and investigate the bedroom. The door to the bedroom is closed, and when you open it, the bed is like, it's not made, like it's sort of that corner folded over, but it does seem clear to you that no one slept in it in weeks. The air in here is stale. Like the door has been closed, the windows have been closed, no one's moved.
I want to go back to Mark. Do you have a way of unlocking this door, or else I can try and blast it off? Actually,
That would be really loud. Let me try this. And I
Do-
try and melt it.
We'll use magic.
10.
Dope. Yeah, you like, you make a blowtorch on your finger and like slice it off. It's pretty slick. Kira,
Yes.
and after this door is open, everybody else, there's a way worse stench down here
In the basement.
in the basement.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard for you to place,
I was
Theo.
wondering if, as Mark and I go downstairs, because I'm assuming that Kira has gone down ahead of us,
Mm-hmm.
if I could roll a bad situation and open my third eye.
Sure.
13. Have 4 questions, because take 1, hold on a result of 7 or more.
Yep.
And I get to see invisible things.
Yep.
Do you guys want me to ask what is this stench? Actually, just kidding. Can I ask?
Like with third eye, you could literally ask what's down there.
Okay, what's down there?
A painting studio, 4 dead bodies, and 1 alive one.
I'm gonna speak quietly, just whispering, just as quiet as possible. Relay this to Mark and Kira.
Okay.
I'm just remembering that there's blood on the painting.
Is Lysander down there?
In a sense,
How can we save Tank?
kill Lysander once and for all. He won't make it easy. Tank won't.
What is the thing of Lysander's that we have to burn?
And we have to destroy.
Yeah.
His blood.
Hey, Mark, can you message Yano for me and just warn him that we may have to burn down the building?
Also, we're kind of down here at the moment. We should probably focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, but if we're gonna start a fire, I just want him to be prepared to run.
Okay. I send Yano a message, and Yano, and tell him that we may have to burn down the place. And I'll let him reply within a couple seconds.
It's good for Yano. They may ask me to rebuild.
So, like, Theo will tell them that down there's a painting studio, there's 4 bodies and 1 alive one, which I assume is Tank. Lysander is in the sense sort of down there. And that we need to kill Lysander to save Tank. And to do that, we need to destroy Lysander's blood.
Mm-hmm. Does Kira see as she's going down these stairs?
So the stairs themselves are like cheaply carpeted.
Oh.
And it opens up into first extremely messy painting studio.
Mm-hmm.
And not just messy in the way that a painting studio would be messy, but like boxes of cheap takeout and McDonald's bags, stacks of pizza boxes. He hasn't cooked or taken out the trash in weeks, maybe months.
Mm-hmm.
If in your shadow form you have your senses about you, there's like rotting food, rotting something else, and then just like sewage.
Uh-huh.
So you kind of go in, and I'm assuming now that like Theo and Mark are coming downstairs too, you guys are getting the same thing. There's just this whiff of just horrible stench.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell happened down here?
The room kind of circles around in like a lowercase C shape. After the studio, there is like a sort of open air shower that again appears to have not been used in a long time. And then there is bars, like a cage, barring off this whole segment of the basement chamber. And that's where you can see 4 bodies. All the bodies are chained to a bar, and then someone is still moving, and she's like kind of a middle-aged black lady with a really gross stained cat sweater and matted hair and just tear-streaked eyes. And I think she looks up at you and she says, "You gotta fucking kill him."
This has been the Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton,
Lauren Johnson as Kira Ashwood,
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos,
and Jonny Grubb as literally everyone else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced, edited, and engineered by Miah Detjen. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Web 1.0 at monstersplaybook.com. We'll see you next episode, where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening.
Now we burn everything.
For people who burn things now.
That's, we burned things the first ever mystery.
My soul is on fire, so.
Sounds like you need an ointment for that.
Neosporin.
Neosporin comes in 5 flavors.
What? No.
That could commercial as well.
That could be one of our commercials.
No.
Neosporin. If you don't want basic, get it in cherry.
No.
Bad. It comes in 5 flavors.
No,
What?
it's bad.
Like that. Don't like that.